Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you with Friday Night Facts. HutchesWeather.com will have the latest as some big time changes are in the offing for your weekend forecast from hot to not to shovel trouble. Details right here.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
I sure appreciate you watching. Thanks to my fine sponsors at Robert Gibb and Sons. Thanks to all my fine sponsors at HutchesWeather.com. Here's one model's rendition of this Alberta clipper that will wind out of Alberta, swing through the North Dakota, South Dakota border area here with rain, maybe a rumble of thunder as we go through the overnight hours Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then wrap around, cool down, and we'll make for some snow. The best chance of snow will be in the northern one half of Minnesota the way it looks. And by the way, we could have some Kansas I-70 thunderstorms that become severe, maybe even tornadic as we go through the nighttime hours Saturday and into the wee hours of the morning on Sunday. And then on Sunday, that severe weather risk will shift way down to the south. Let's focus on our neck of the woods. We'll go ahead and walk through the latest on the timing of this storm here in the northern plains. So rain showers will begin to move into the eastern third of North Dakota after dinner. A couple of rumbles of thunder will not be out of the question. In Minot, in the central part of North Dakota, where we'll have temperatures that will rise into the 60s, as you'll see here momentarily. On the backside, north winds, falling pressure means cooling down quickly. A fast shot of snow and sleet working its way through the western part of the Dakotas. By daybreak, after midnight, we'll start to see it mixing with some ice and accumulating snow as we get going through the overnight hours. This model here has it shifted just a little bit to the north. I do agree that the track of this will be right along the North Dakota, South Dakota border, or just a little bit north the way it's looking on more models than not. But it will deepen or strengthen. The storm will right over us, and that means it will cause temperatures to fall. First thing in the morning when it's the coldest, we'll start seeing that rapid transition. And see this area here, there's some very heavy rain, maybe some rapidly accumulating sleet, and quickly a change over to snow. That means a huge gradient in sharp levels of snow. In this area with heavy precipitation, we could have snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour that slide right along that Highway 10 corridor out there towards Brainerd, right through places like Park Rapids as well, and lifting out into the Walker area, heading up toward Virginia. Then gusty winds and snow will continue to blow and create havoc for travelers in northern parts of Minnesota on your Sunday afternoon. The Red River Valley will be no picnic, but decreasing intensity to the snowfall and decreasing strength of the winds as we go towards your Sunday afternoon. So that's a quick look at that. Now a look at your forecast. Saturday, get out and enjoy it. A cool start up in northern Minnesota. Single digits for Babe the Blue Ox. 20 degrees in Fargo and in Jamestown. 17 Devils Lake, and how about 35 to 36 degrees from Dickinson through Beach, North Dakota, where the high will be 51 tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. Look at this. 60 to 70 degrees in this orange tongue working its way up. South winds really pumping the heat in. We're going to hit near 50 degrees. So we'll be flipping 50 burgers somewhere in Richland County and just south of Fargo. Say Oxbow. In Oxbow, 50.6 degrees will be your high temperature according to Hutch. Then as we go through, look at this. Wind and snow, steady temperatures throughout the day. For Fargo, I think it's a good bet in the 1 to 2 inch range. That's snow. Rain before it. And we could see some areas very quickly to the east and north of us, upwards of 4 inches of snow. I'll have a map here in just a second. Temperatures rising as we go through next week. 40s, 50s, and even a shot at some 60-degree weather. Sunday morning snapshot, low pressure system working its way right through the Fargo area. Bands of snow, locally heavy at times. Gusty wind will be a possibility. Let's take a look at that snowfall potential. This is my painting here with numbers that I want you to pay attention to, and the little numbers here maybe not so much, but it does look like measurable snow across portions of central and eastern North Dakota. Now we're going to ramp up pretty quickly. 0 to 2. Fargo, Valley City, Lakes Country, Fergus Falls, and down towards Elbow Lake, all will be in that really rapid ramp where I was showing you that convective snow sets up. And with the slightly northern shift that I believe will happen, I do think we'll see an enhanced band of snow, 2 to 5 inches, a few areas even heavier than that, from Grand Forks through Fosston, Thief River Falls, all the way up into Bemidji, Bagley, and Red Lakes. Those areas all the way up towards International Falls, Badette, seeing a better chance at some significant snow. And there's a winter storm watch in effect for the North Shore out there. And I'm going for 4 to 9 inches with about an 80 to 90% probability of seeing those high higher snowfall amounts there. Now, as we take a look at the National Weather Service's verbiage on some of this, the expected amount of snow at this time, and it still can change and shift, there are uncertainties. We're expecting 1 to 2 inches for Fargo and points south, but as you go north, it will rapidly increase up, and the expected amounts are 3 to 5 plus as you go to the North Shore. Fairly similar to what I was showing you on my forecast as we take a look at the Devil's Lake Basin, a ramp up from around an inch to maybe as many as 3 inches, not far from you in Grand Forks. Look at Bemidji, look at Walker, a little bit more there. Now, what about the high side? This is what we expect. What could happen? There's a lot of moisture with this system. How about upwards of 10 inches the models are calling for? Why do I think this is out to the lunch? It's not likely that we'll see this much snow in this widespread of an area. But it isn't out of the question because there's a lot of moisture with this. But the thing is, it's going to come with precipitation that's liquid, and that means less snow. Now, on the low end, this also not as likely. Very little to no snow in Grand Forks or Fargo, with all of the snow event taking place from basically, say, Thief River Falls, Oakley, Bemidji, all the way out towards Virginia and the North Shore, with 3 to 5 inches there. This is a little bit too low in my opinion, and that's the way it looks right now. You can always catch up with the latest on hutchesweather.com anytime, anywhere. It's a great resource for road conditions as well as your rising and shining on your Sunday morning if you're heading out to church. I'll have the latest with an update as well on your weekend, so check out hutchesweather.com, and right here, follow me on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel. But for now, have a great late Friday night.